my thoughts are, if you really don't want your ex to be a part of the experience, then, hey guys, don't give production your ex's details.
So you think maybe deep down psychologically she was hoping there might have been a chance he could have popped up. Is that what you're saying? And we are joined now by one of, I think, the most legendary Islanders in all of Love Island Australia history. Love her or hate her. And I'm firmly in the love camp, by the way. But love her or hate her, you simply cannot ignore her. Her boobs can predict the future. But for reasons unknown to anybody, she can't say the word Jotham. It's only Lacey, everybody.
Hi there.
You're so welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. I'm absolutely delighted you're here. Let's get the boob thing out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Did you or did you not watch Mean Girls a week before going in and say, I'll have that?
I didn't. No.
I don't believe it.
But I have seen Mean Girls, obviously. It's like the most iconic movie ever. But no, my tits really do talk, babe.
It wasn't like deeply ingrained in your subconscious. Like, my left boob can tell if it's raining.
Maybe it was deeply engraved in my subconscious, but I don't know.
Okay, well, what do your boobs say about how you think this interview is going to go? It's not an interview, it's a chat.
Yeah, I think good.
Yeah, okay.
I think really good, yeah.
Okay, the other thing I said jokingly in the intro, what was the deal with not being able to say Jotham's name? I didn't feel like it's a particularly complicated word. Like, you said words with many more syllables all the time.
I know. Oh my God, do you know what actually I was thinking about it in the car when I was driving here. I was like, what is it like that I just couldn't get about his name? I feel like when I'm stressed, I do tend to forget things all the time, and I really am such a Dory. But I feel like his name in my head, when I think about his name, like I envision it being spelt with a G instead of a J, even though it's spelt with a J. So when I go to say that, like I hesitate, and I think that's what confuses me. Like, it's not a hard name at all, and I don't know, I think it's just, because like think about Google is spelled with a G, and for some reason in my head when I, like I said, envision the word Jotham, I think of it with a G. So
you've confused me into submission. Yes. Yeah, it makes,
I don't know, but
it makes very little sense, but we'll go with it. We had Jotham, obviously.
Like when you say Google, you don't say Joogle. You say Google.
That's correct. What you've said is accurate.
So, like, Jotham.
But there was also Jotham and Jonathan. Anyway, listen, we got there.
We got there in the end. Now I can say it without like hesitating, like Jotham.
The first question I have to ask is, I think, like I said in the intro, I just think you were so amazing on the show. You were absolute chaos. But how are you? Because it is a roller coaster when you are like a lightning rod for people's opinions, and there was a lot of opinions.
A lot.
And I'm sure you've looked and you've just left the show. How are you feeling?
Babe, do you know what? Like, one thing about me, I am such a positive person. Don't get me wrong, I have had my moments where I'm like, oh, like, damn it. Like, because especially when the narrative isn't fully shown, I feel like there is really so much that just doesn't go to air, and certain conversations are left out and whatever, but...
In what context?
Like, in situations?
Are you talking about, like, with specific people? Like, is it with Yana, with Kai, or just generally, like, your whole journey?
Just the whole journey. Because, I mean, like, there's 24 hours in a day, and there's, I think, maybe 12 people in the villa at the same time, I think. And, like, having to share everyone's stories, like, 100% in those 24 hours when the episode only goes for 50 minutes. Like, you can't, so much just doesn't go to air. So reading certain comments, it's like, oh, like if only they knew like what it was actually like in the villa. But also, if I'm being honest, I don't know, I just don't really care that much. Like,
which is, I think you do kind of need to be bulletproof if you're going to go on the show and be kind of chaotic like you were.
Yeah. And you know what, like, people will just literally hate on anything. You just have to breathe or simply exist and they'll hate you. Like, a lot of the time they hate themselves. So, of course, they'll hate someone else. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't really care.
But there's also love there. Let's end on a positive.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There is a lot of love. No, I have been receiving a lot of love. Actually, last night I went to an event and a whole group of girls had followed me. I didn't even see them. And they're like, Lacey. And I'm like, hey babes, and they were at like a work dinner or something, and then they took photos, and I was like, eh.
Have you received love in the DMs? Like, who slid in already?
Yeah, oh my God, no. I have been getting a lot of DMs saying thank you for putting me onto Love Island.
No, I mean like romantic propositions. Come on.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Any like former Islanders from other series? I hear that's quite common that other Islanders reach out, you know?
I have, yeah, no, I did. I have seen like an ex-Islander coming out the villa.
Who might that be?
Maybe I should let you guys guess. I'll let the audience guess, maybe.
Is he from Australia or from not Australia?
From Australia.
Was he got European heritage? Would he be a fan of moussaka?
I don't know who moussaka is.
Never mind. Let's jump back into like the particulars of the show. Gabby, the whole Gabby Jotham triangle thing. I think basically when Gabby put the snake around you post challenge, I think her basic take was, you are trying to convince me that Jotham is playing me a little bit. Like, he's saying this to me, but he's actually saying this to you. At the time, you were kind of adamant that was the case. Looking back on it, do you stand by that, or do you go, okay, well, maybe I was massaging it a little bit?
No, I 100% stand by that.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. And I feel like, because when I had asked her, like, why did you call me a snake? And I feel as though that she kind of worded it in a different way as to how I had said it to her and how I approached her. So, and also watching it back, there was conversations that weren't aired that Jotham and I had earlier that day. So, yeah, no, I 100% stand by it.
What kind of stuff was said in those conversations that didn't hear?
From memory, it feels like a lifetime ago now, but from memory, he had said that his and I's conversations he said, word for word, that his conversations with her were nowhere near as good as the conversations he was having with me. And he had said that to me that day. Don't get me wrong, like I wasn't saying it like out of malicious, like I wasn't saying it with a malicious intention. Obviously he did really like Gabby, I don't doubt that for 1 second, but I think that maybe Jotham is a little bit scared of confrontation. I'm very black and white, like tell me you like me or you don't. Like I would just want to know, whereas I think he's maybe a bit more of a people pleaser. Yeah.
Another huge point of conversation online was when obviously Kai comes in.
Yeah.
And when Kai came in, like, I'm a heterosexual man, but I was like, ooh, I'd be tempted. He's a tasty fella. Like, he's a really handsome guy.
Yeah.
And he strolls in, and I understand the show is the show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a lot of people, when you were like, oh my God, he's handsome, and you kind of moved pretty quickly in his direction, and people were upset on Yana's behalf, I guess, because they're like, that's her ex, she's obviously upset. And I guess the sentiment was you didn't kind of give that enough space or acknowledge it enough.
Yeah. Look, to be honest, I did give her some kind of sympathy, maybe not enough. Looking back now, like I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Like, you know, I kind of did just like, was like, oh my God, babe, sorry, your ex is hot. Like, I should not have said that. But also the whole people I've been seeing, oh my God, how dare Lacey do that to Yana? They were best friends. Guys, I had literally only known the girl for 4 days. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And the first day we had barely spoken because it was such a big day coming into the villa. So, I don't know, to know someone barely for 4 days, like, I'm going to go after what I want, and it's Love Island. Like, can you imagine if... Think about this, right? Imagine if I didn't go for Kai, how boring the show would be. No, seriously, like, hate me all you want, but imagine if I wasn't in the equation. Like, yeah, I probably would have saved a headache or two, but it would have been such a boring show. Like, I feel like I really did live up to the Love Island experience. And like, yeah, if you're going to go on Love Island, then you may as well do it right.
Yeah.
So... yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I did feel for Yana. I feel like it wasn't shown enough that I did feel for her. Like, yeah, I did really like feel uncomfortable for her. I couldn't imagine being in the villa with your ex, so I did feel for her. But also, sorry, I just really feel the need to say this.
Please, the floor is yours.
Because obviously I have seen a lot of comments, people saying, oh my God, how dare Love Island bring in the ex, like that is horrendous, like blah, blah, blah. So actually a part of the Love Island application and the process, you give your ex's details. So my thoughts are, if you really don't want your ex to be a part of the experience, then hey guys, don't give production your ex's details.
So you think maybe deep down psychologically she was hoping there might have been a chance he could have popped up, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm shocked as to why people are shocked how the ex got in there. Like we all had to give our ex's details, and the girls who genuinely did not want their ex in the villa didn't give the ex's details. They would give it, like for me, I wrote down someone who I would be comfortable with in the villa with, like someone that wouldn't take away my experience.
Let's jump on a little bit to the challenge where you snogged Matteo. And so you have a thing going on with Kai, you snog Matteo, and then Kai basically says that was like a red flag to a bull, and it like emboldened him to really go for it with Yana. Yeah. You have this big powwow about it, and I saw the phrase like double standards thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
What did you feel looking back at that whole episode?
So obviously I've seen all the whole double standards, and like I understand how crazy I do come across, but I'm
not saying you come across crazy. I'm just genuinely curious, because I do understand, you might say, well, it's a challenge and hey ho, it's Love Island. And then obviously there's the added dynamic of Kai and Yana being exes. So I get it from that point of view.
Yeah.
But then again, there was a lot of the double standard thing floating around.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Kai, the reasoning that he had kissed Yana and did that whole performance with Yana in the challenge was to get back at me and to hurt me. When I had that kiss with Matteo, I didn't have the intention, I didn't think that it was going to cause that much of an effect, because I just, in my head, I'm not romantically into the guy. I wasn't pursuing him romantically, so I didn't really think. I just thought it was
bit of fun for the challenge.
Yeah, a bit of fun for the challenge. But obviously, I did hurt Kai when doing that, which I completely, understand why he was upset by that. But also, prior to that kiss, Kai had been telling me the whole time that he's all for me. He was saying, I've only got eyes for you, whereas I wasn't saying that to him. I was communicating with him that, I am hesitant to, still be with you. I did like him, but also I was hesitant. He's not a bad person at all. He's such a softie, and I really think that Australia will see that side of him, and I think that they will eventually fall in love with him because he is such a softie at heart.
So that's interesting though. So one of the reasons you were not saying I'm all in for you is because the judgment of other people.
Yeah, I felt here's the thing as well, because a way to bond with the girls in the villa is talking about your couples and talking about your partner. I felt like I could never do that with any of the girls, because
none of them.
No, probably Tamara I could. I felt like I could speak about my couple with her. But yeah, I would obviously never talk about it with Yana, because that was just, I would never do that. It's weird enough as it is,
sure.
Let alone talk about it to her. And then so I never really spoke to the girls about in depth of how I was feeling. So.
And did you feel had you got a better relationship with the girls before Kai came in? Was that the turning point, or did you not really click with them?
I think I had a probably better relationship with the girls before Kai coming in, and then once he had come in, that's when I kind of, I felt like I felt like a criminal. I felt like it was illegal, but I don't think that someone should feel like that if it's Love Island. You know what I mean?
It was a tricky situation, but we're here. And you survived. You lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Right, let's move forward a little bit. The question on a lot of people's lips: what really happened in the shower?
Oh my God, guys! I promise you, I swear on my mother's grave, we did not have sex in the shower. But now that people are saying that I did, I wish that I did have sex in the shower. Like, I should have just had sex in the shower. But no, I didn't have sex in the shower.
Your exit. Matteo and Ross and Jotham had to vote between you and Gabby and Yana. Who's least likely to find love in the villa? So Gabby was safe. So the reasoning, it was kind of between you and Yana. And you and Kai had, you had a good thing at that point. Or, it was a little bit fiery, but it was there.
Yeah.
Yana wasn't really connecting with anybody. But the reasoning the boys gave was they weren't sure how genuine your intentions were, is kind of what they said, or your ability to commit to one person. Do you agree with the reasoning in any way?
Oh, I understand their reasoning, but no, I don't agree with it. Yeah, watching that back and hearing, I can't remember who said it. I think maybe Ross had said something about me being ungenuine because I was crying and I couldn't get Jotham's name right. That shouldn't be a thing to call me ungenuine for, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't call myself ungenuine because I didn't know couldn't remember his name.
I wouldn't call you disingenuous either.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Well, okay, if you think the boys made the wrong decision, who do you think in that moment should have gone home? And why?
Oh, messy. Yeah.
Under pressure, pick a name. Yana or Gabby? In 3, 2, 1.
Yana.
Ah! Yeah, okay, fair enough. Did you hope or suspect, or was there any conversations off camera that Kai, in that moment, might leave with you?
No.
None.
No. And watching back the episode where I get dumped and the conversations after I get dumped, and Yana saying, she called me delusional and she kind of had said to Kai, she made a point to Kai saying I was expecting him to leave with me. That was so not the case at all. And that really pissed me off. I've never once had ever said I want Kai to leave with me or I was expecting him to leave with me. Like, I had said that I would leave with him if he had have left, but no, and to be honest, I wouldn't want Kai to leave with me. Like, I wouldn't want anyone to leave their Love Island journey because of me. Like, I am such a believer. Everything happens for a reason. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for coming in. You're going to stick around because Callum is here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Season 4, all-time great. We have a little bit of fun we want to do. We're going to put you head-to-head in a quiz.
Oh my
but
God.
if your boobs in this moment could predict who the winner of Love Island Australia Season 7 is going to be, what are they saying?
Oh, I'm thinking and I'm hoping either Connor and Izzy. They are so mum and dad. I'm rooting for them. If not them, Ross and Sean.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if your boobs were going to pick the winner?
Oh, Connor and Izzy.
Connor and Izzy?
Yeah.
Okay, the prediction is made. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah. Like I said at the start, noise is noise, but I genuinely think you're going to go down as a Hall of Fame Love Island Australia Islander. You're a rock star. Lacey, everybody!